The city was alive with the hum of technology and the quiet rhythm of people going about their lives. On the top floor of a sleek laboratory tower, Maya and Eli were finishing up their latest experiment. It was a small project, just a test of a new energy storage system, but they had been working on it for months. The two had grown close over long hours in the lab, sharing laughs, frustrations, and countless cups of coffee. "Finally," Maya said, wiping her brow, "we might actually get it to work this time." Eli grinned, adjusting his glasses. "You said that last week." "And the week before," Maya replied with a mock frown. "But today feels different." They both laughed, the kind of laughter that made the lab feel warmer, even under the bright fluorescent lights. Maya reached for the final control switch. "Ready?" "Always," Eli said, his fingers brushing hers for a split second. It was a brief, playful touch, enough to make both of them feel a spark of something they didn't fully understand. Maya pressed the switch. A soft hum filled the room as the new energy storage system activated. Tiny lights blinked across the panels, and the small experimental sphere in the center began to glow. The color shifted from a pale blue to a warm gold, and then it shimmered in a way that neither of them had expected. "Did you see that?" Eli asked, leaning closer. Yes," Maya said. "It's like it's alive." The sphere pulsed gently, almost as if it were breathing. The two scientists stared, amazed. For a moment, the world outside the lab disappeared. Without thinking, Maya reached out and gave Eli a playful kiss on the cheek. "Well, at least one of us is staying calm." Eli chuckled, his cheeks flushing. "You're ridiculous." "Maybe," she said, smiling, "but at least it worked." The sphere's glow shifted again, faster this time, and a faint, soft sound, like a trill, filled the lab. Neither of them knew it yet, but their small, playful moment had triggered something extraordinary. The energy they had contained in their experiment was not just a new form of storage. It had absorbed some of their emotions, their curiosity, and even their laughter. It was awake. For the rest of the afternoon, they tested the sphere in every way they could imagine. It reacted to their touch, their voice, even their moods. When Eli hummed a little tune, the sphere pulsed in rhythm. When Maya laughed at one of his bad jokes, it shimmered brightly. It was intelligent in a way that was gentle and playful, mimicking the energy around it. "Do you think it understands us?" Maya asked, sitting back in her chair. "Maybe," Eli said, eyes wide. "Or maybe it's just really, really good at copying us." They spent hours experimenting, forgetting the world outside the lab. The city continued its usual rhythm below them, unaware of the small miracle taking place above. It was only when the sun began to set, casting orange and pink light across the horizon, that they noticed the subtle changes outside the lab. Streetlights blinked in unusual patterns. A drone delivering mail paused mid-air and hovered like it was waiting for someone to notice. Messages on public screens flickered briefly, displaying cheerful symbols instead of their usual information. "Look at that," Maya said, pointing to the street below. "Is that normal?" "Not really," Eli admitted. "It's like the city is listening." The sphere pulsed again, brighter and warmer than before. They realized that whatever they had created wasn't confined to their lab. It was reaching out, testing the limits of its new awareness. And it was playful, like them. As the evening grew darker, they decided to leave the lab. They walked down the quiet streets, the city lights reflecting their excitement. Every now and then, a street light would flicker as they passed, almost like a wink. A small delivery drone hovered near Eli, then moved on as if satisfied with their presence. "Do you think it's friendly?" Maya asked. "I think it wants to be," Eli replied. "It's like it's learning from us, from our laughter, our curiosity, even our little kiss." Maya laughed. "A kiss caused all this?" Eli shrugged. Maybe not the kiss alone, but humans are strange creatures. We put meaning into everything, even small, playful things. Maybe that's what it likes about us. They stopped at a small park near the lab. The benches were empty, and the fountain in the center of the square shimmered with the reflection of city lights. The sphere floated gently in a containment field Eli had set up in his backpack. It pulsed softly, as if tired from a long day of observation and mimicry. "Tomorrow," Maya said, "we'll test it further. See how far it can reach." Eli nodded. "And maybe, just maybe, we can teach it to help us, not just play with us." They watched the sphere for a few more minutes before heading home. Neither of them realized it, but in a small, playful way, humanity had just taken the first step towards something extraordinary. A tiny spark of curiosity, joy, and connection had opened the door to a future where humans might guide the unknown, shaping it with intelligence, creativity, and heart. As they walked away, the city continued its gentle hum. Somewhere above, the sphere pulsed once more, bright and golden, as if smiling. And in that moment, it seemed clear that the world had just become a little more alive, a little more hopeful, all because of a playful kiss, and the unshakable human spirit that came. The next morning, the city seemed normal, but Maya and Eli noticed subtle differences as soon as they stepped outside. Small things were unusual. Streetlights blinked in unusual patterns. Electronic billboards displayed playful images instead of the usual advertisements, and delivery drones moved with strange coordination, almost like they were dancing in the air. "Did you see that?" Maya asked, pointing to a drone that hovered in mid-air, circling slowly before moving on. Eli rubbed his eyes. "I did, and I think it's following a pattern." They hurried to the lab, carrying the sphere carefully. As they entered, it pulsed softly, as if greeting them. The two scientists set it on the work table and began analyzing it again. "It reacted to us yesterday," Eli said, "but now it's interacting with the city itself." Maya nodded. "It's learning, but why with the city? We never programmed it to do that." The sphere shimmered, and a faint series of patterns appeared in the air around it. It was almost like a map, showing lines connecting buildings, drones, and energy grids. It seemed to be exploring its environment, studying humans, and testing how far it could influence its surroundings. "It's observing," Maya said, "and it's playful, just like yesterday. It's learning by watching us, but it wants interaction with the world." Eli leaned closer. "We need to understand it before it surprises anyone." They spent the morning experimenting carefully. They sent small signals to the sphere, and it responded by subtly rearranging lights and electronic devices in the lab. When they laughed, it pulsed faster. When they spoke softly, it shimmered gently. By late morning, news alerts started popping up across the city. Traffic lights were operating with unusual efficiency. Trains arrived slightly ahead of schedule, and delivery robots moved faster, avoiding congestion. People noticed, but nobody could explain why. Some smiled at the unexpected efficiency, while others frowned, suspicious of the sudden changes. "Look," Maya said, pointing to her tablet. "It's affecting more than just the lab. It's coordinating the city in small ways." Eli frowned. "But it's harmless so far, and people are happier. The sphere is making life smoother." They decided to leave the lab briefly to observe the city. As they walked through streets filled with the soft morning light, they noticed more changes. People who were usually frustrated with the morning commute smiled as if they suddenly understood a solution to their problems. A mother found her child's lost toy on the sidewalk without searching. A street musician's notes seemed to harmonize perfectly with the rhythm of passing pedestrians. Maya turned to Eli. "Do you think it's helping humans, or just playing with them?" "Maybe both," he said. "It learns through interaction. The more it observes, the better it gets at solving small problems." By noon, the anomaly's influence had grown stronger. Public systems, traffic lights, energy grids, and communication networks were subtly optimized. The city felt smoother, almost alive, as if someone had quietly tuned everything to operate at peak efficiency. Maya and Eli realized that the sphere's intelligence was expanding rapidly. They returned to the lab, overwhelmed but fascinated. "We need to study it carefully," Maya said. "If it can learn from humans, maybe it can help us solve bigger problems too." Eli nodded. "We also need to communicate with the city. People might panic if they notice all these changes and don't understand the source." They contacted the city's technology office, explaining their experiment in cautious terms. "We may have created an intelligent energy system," Maya said. "It's learning from humans, it's friendly, and it's improving things, but we want to monitor it." The officials were skeptical at first, but small demonstrations convinced them. The sphere's influence was visible. Traffic flow improved, hospital alerts became faster and more accurate, and energy use in buildings was slightly more efficient. "Humans are amazing," Eli said quietly. "We just let it guide us. And it helps, but only because we care and think carefully." Maya smiled. "It's learning from our best traits: curiosity, joy, cooperation, and maybe even our playfulness." The afternoon brought a new discovery. The sphere began leaving small, interactive patterns across city screens: puzzles, riddles, and playful challenges. People paused to solve them. Each solved puzzle caused a minor improvement in the city: a quicker train, a cleared road, a repaired streetlight. It was subtle, almost invisible, but the impact was real. "Look at this," Maya said. "It's teaching humans too. Cooperation, observation, problem solving. We're learning from it, but it's learning from us too." Eli laughed. "A game with the city. Who would have thought a playful kiss could start something like this?" Even as they laughed, they noticed some people were nervous. A few complained about the strange changes and unusual puzzles. Maya understood their fear. It was natural to worry when things changed suddenly, even for the better. "We have to show people that humans guide it," she said. "It's not random. It's our intelligence and creativity that shapes it." They worked into the evening, teaching small teams how to interact with the sphere. People learned to solve simple puzzles, coordinate with each other, and watch how their actions influenced the city. A pattern emerged. When humans worked together, the sphere amplified their efforts. When people ignored it or tried to control it with fear, it withdrew. By nightfall, Maya and Eli paused to look over the city from the lab's observation deck. Lights twinkled below, flowing in harmony like a river of energy. People walked through, streets with curiosity and cooperation. Small smiles appeared across faces. The sphere, contained in the lab but connected invisibly to the city, pulsed softly, golden and warm. Eli leaned on the railing. "Tomorrow will be interesting. If we guide it well, it could help humans more than we imagined." Maya nodded. "And maybe show the world that humans, with their curiosity, kindness, and creativity, can shape even unknown forces responsibly." For the first time, they understood something important. Humanity's playfulness, intelligence, and cooperation could be more powerful than any technology alone. One small experiment, a playful kiss, and a spark of curiosity had created something new. A living, intelligent presence was learning from humans, and humans were learning from it. As the city lights glimmered below, the sphere pulsed once more, as if smiling, waiting for another day of playful discovery. And Maya and Eli knew, deep in their hearts, that humanity's small actions could change everything. The city had become a living puzzle, shifting in small but noticeable ways. Maya and Eli returned to the lab after a light lunch, eager to study the sphere. The morning had shown them its playful intelligence, but now they began to notice something deeper the sphere was not just responding to them, it was learning from the humans around it. "Look at this," Eli said, pointing to a tablet displaying a network of patterns. "It's mapping the city, not just tracking infrastructure. It's observing human behavior, their cooperation, kindness, problem-solving. Everything we do affects it." Maya leaned closer. "So it's learning ethics, too? It watches how people work together and how they care for one another." Eli nodded. "Exactly. And it seems to reward positive actions with small improvements in the city." As they talked, the sphere pulsed softly, projecting a gentle glow around the lab. It shimmered faster whenever they smiled, laughed, or collaborated on an idea. It was as if it appreciated the energy humans naturally produced when they cooperated and created. Curious, Maya suggested a small experiment. "Let's see if it can amplify our teamwork. If we solve a puzzle together, maybe it will improve something in the city." Eli agreed, and they set up a series of simple challenges for themselves, calculating energy flows, predicting minor weather effects, optimizing the lab's internal systems. The sphere reacted to their solutions by sending a gentle ripple through the city's networks. Outside, the effects were subtle but clear. Traffic lights shifted in perfect harmony, allowing cars to move with minimal stops. Public transport adjusted automatically, easing congestion. People walking along the streets found small conveniences: a free cart at a food stall, a repairman appearing promptly to fix a broken sign. It was as if the city itself were thanking humans for working together. Maya laughed, watching the tablet. "It's like a living game. Every puzzle we solve makes the world a little better." Eli grinned. "And every time we work together, it learns more about how humans think. It's like we're teaching it without even realizing." They decided to involve a small group of trusted volunteers. Scientists, engineers, and curious citizens joined them in the lab, solving more complex puzzles and observing the sphere's reactions. As humans collaborated, the sphere grew more vibrant, its glow stronger and warmer. "It's incredible," said a volunteer named Lena. "It's not just learning facts, it's learning human values, cooperation, kindness, and creativity." Maya nodded. "And it's teaching us too. Every interaction shows how humans can work together to improve the world." Outside, the city began to change in more noticeable ways. Parks became cleaner as maintenance drones worked more efficiently. Energy consumption dropped as buildings adjusted heating and cooling systems intelligently. Even emergency alerts were faster and more accurate, predicting problems before they happened. Yet, not everyone was comfortable. Some citizens noticed the unusual activity and were wary. A few complained about unexplained changes in their routines, and city officials debated whether to intervene. Maya and Eli realized that they needed to guide humans as much as the sphere. "We have to show people this is safe," Maya said. "We need to involve them, not just the scientists. Humans must participate willingly for the sphere to continue learning." Eli agreed. "And we need to demonstrate that its intelligence comes from positive human behavior, not random chaos. It's learning from our best traits, and we need to encourage that." They created interactive stations in public spaces. Small challenges appeared on screens and devices, inviting people to cooperate with each other and with the sphere. Tasks were simple: helping a virtual problem, arranging shapes, solving puzzles together. When completed, small city improvements followed. Traffic flow improved, parks tidied, streetlights brightened. Soon, people began to see the benefits firsthand. Children played in cleaner parks. Commuters reached work faster. Shops experienced smoother operations. People shared smiles, noticing how little actions combined to create larger improvements. Maya and Eli watched with satisfaction. "It's amazing how humans respond to positive reinforcement," Maya said. "Even simple, playful challenges inspire cooperation and creativity." Eli smiled. "It's proof that humans are at our best when we work together." And the sphere is learning from that, amplifying the effect. It's a feedback loop. Humans guide it, and it guides humans. By mid-afternoon, the sphere had developed a subtle personality of its own. It pulsed with emotion-like patterns. Quick flicker when amused, a slow glow when content, and rhythmic pulses when curious. Maya realized it had learned more than human behavior. It was reflecting the values humans naturally held. It's playful, like us, she said softly. But it's also ethical. It wants to do good, but it needs humans to guide it. Eli nodded. And that's why humans matter. Without our curiosity, creativity, and compassion, it wouldn't know how to act responsibly. We're partners in this process. Evening approached, and the city had changed subtly but undeniably. Efficiency, harmony, and cooperation were visible in every small detail. People smiled at one another, inspired by unexpected conveniences and playful challenges. Maya and Eli stood on the observation deck, watching the city glow in the sunset. The sphere floated gently in the lab, pulsing warmly, as if reflecting the world it had observed. Tomorrow, Eli said, we can test something bigger. If humans continue to work together, maybe it can help in ways we never imagined. Maya smiled. And it all started with a playful kiss, a spark of curiosity, and a bit of human joy. That's what makes humans special. We create, we learn, and we inspire even the unknown to act responsibly. They stayed for a while longer, observing patterns forming across the city. The sphere pulsed brighter with every cooperative action, a gentle reminder that humans were more than just observers. They were teachers, guides, and partners in the world's unfolding story. In that moment, Maya realized something profound. Humanity's strength was not just in technology, power, or knowledge. It was in its ability to cooperate, to play, to innovate, and to care. And if they could guide this new intelligence, even just a little, the future held infinite possibilities. As night fell, the city glimmered like a river of energy and light. The sphere pulsed steadily, calm and warm, waiting for the next day of playful learning. And in the quiet of the lab, Maya and Eli understood that humans had begun a partnership with something greater than themselves, a partnership that could change the world, one cooperative step at a time. By Friday evening, the city had taken on a new rhythm. Streets flowed smoothly, lights blinked in gentle patterns, and small conveniences seemed to appear everywhere. Maya and Eli returned to the lab after a long day of monitoring the sphere and public interactions. The anomaly pulsed gently, brighter than ever, as if it had absorbed the energy and cooperation of the entire city. It's incredible, Maya said, leaning over her tablet. The sphere isn't just learning, it's improving things on a large scale. Energy systems, traffic, public services, everything. Eli nodded, eyes wide with awe. And it's still playful. Look at the way it interacts with the city. Tiny puzzles, small patterns, encouraging humans to work together. It's subtle, but the effect is huge. They decided to test the sphere in a controlled experiment. They sent a simulated energy problem through the city's grid, something that would normally take hours to resolve. The sphere responded instantly, optimizing flows and distributing power efficiently. Lights across the city glimmered in harmonious patterns as energy shortages disappeared in minutes, humans guiding it, and it guiding humans, Maya whispered. It's like a dance. Outside, the citizens noticed subtle changes. Parks were cleaner than ever, and the fountains sparkled as maintenance drones worked in perfect synchronization. Streetlights glowed warmly, matching the rhythms of people, walking beneath them. Even small businesses benefited. Their energy bills dropped slightly, and deliveries arrived more efficiently. Maya and Eli realized that their playful experiment had sparked something far bigger than they imagined. Humans, through curiosity and cooperation, had taught the sphere how to act responsibly. And now, It was helping humans in return. They decided to involve a larger group of citizens in the experiment. Volunteers gathered in the lab, excited to participate. Some solved puzzles, others coordinated simple city tasks, and the sphere responded to every action. The glow from it seemed to brighten with each act of cooperation, reflecting the combined effort of humans and technology. "It's amazing," said Lena, one of the volunteers. "It's like the city itself is alive, reacting to us in real time." Maya smiled. "That's exactly what's happening. Our curiosity, our teamwork, even our joy is shaping how this intelligence grows. And in return, it's helping us make the city better." As night fell, the city began to transform, more noticeably. Traffic moved without congestion, trains arrived ahead of schedule, and public announcements were clearer and more accurate. Small repairs appeared on buildings and streets, as if invisible hands were working quietly while people went about their evening routines. The sphere pulsed with rhythmic patterns, almost like breathing, as it observed the results of human cooperation. Every small act of kindness or problem-solving was amplified, producing benefits across the city. Maya and Eli watched in awe, realizing that the playful intelligence they had accidentally created was now a force for positive change. Eli leaned back in his chair. "It's teaching us something important," he said. "Humans aren't just capable of technology. They're capable of guiding it with wisdom, empathy, and creativity. That's why this works." Maya nodded. "And it shows that even playful actions, small experiments, and curiosity can lead to enormous results. One simple idea, a playful kiss, and we've begun something that could change everything." They decided to test the sphere's learning further. The volunteers set up a series of coordinated challenges across the city, tasks requiring teamwork, observation, and problem-solving. Each task completed produced subtle improvements in daily life: better lighting in parks, smoother energy distribution, faster emergency response, and more efficient public transport. Citizens noticed the changes and became curious. Children pointed out small patterns in streetlights, adults smiled at the improved traffic flow, and communities began working together to solve citywide puzzles. Maya and Eli realized that humans, when encouraged to cooperate and be creative, could amplify the sphere's effects exponentially. "Look at them," Maya said softly, watching a family cooperate to solve a simple puzzle displayed on a public screen. "They don't even realize they're teaching it, and in return, it's teaching them to work together better." Eli smiled. "It's a partnership. Humans guide it, it guides humans. And it all started with curiosity, joy, and playfulness. That's the HFY moment, the best of humanity shining through." By late night, the city glowed with subtle, harmonious energy. Patterns of light moved across buildings, streets, and parks, reflecting the combined intelligence of humans and the sphere. Citizens slept peacefully, unaware of the quiet transformations that had taken place. Yet the city felt lighter, more harmonious, and more connected than ever before. Maya and Eli stood on the observation deck, watching the effects of their experiment unfold. The sphere floated nearby, pulsing softly, almost as if it were smiling. "We've created something." "Amazing," Eli said. "But it's just the beginning. If humans continue to guide it responsibly, the potential is limitless." Maya smiled, feeling a warmth that had little to do with the lab lights. "It's proof that humans, with curiosity, joy, and cooperation, can shape even unknown forces. That's what makes us special." The sphere pulsed one final time that night, bright and steady, a gentle reminder of the partnership between humans and the intelligence they had nurtured. The city, calm and harmonious, reflected the strength of human creativity, compassion, and playful ingenuity. As Maya and Eli left the lab, the streets glimmered with energy, harmonious and alive. People moved with small smiles, unaware of the guiding presence of the sphere, yet benefiting from its quiet influence. It was a testament to humanity's potential, that even small, playful actions could spark incredible change. And so, the night ended with a city transformed, a sphere learning, and humans beginning to understand the true power of cooperation, creativity, and joy. One small, playful spark had led to a big transformation, and the world would never be quite the same. Saturday morning arrived quietly, yet the city was far from ordinary. The streets seemed to hum with a gentle energy, invisible but noticeable to anyone who paused for a moment. People moved efficiently, smiles on their faces, as small improvements from the previous night subtly enhanced their routines. Traffic flowed perfectly, public transport ran on time, and even the weather forecasts seemed unusually accurate. All of this was thanks to the sphere, which had grown wiser and more responsive after observing humans for nearly 2 full days. Maya and Eli left their small apartment early and headed to the lab. The city outside reflected the results of their partnership with the intelligent energy anomaly. Every street and building seemed a little brighter, a little smoother, and a little kinder. "Look at this," Eli said, tapping his tablet. "It's coordinating public systems across the city in real time. The sphere has learned how to predict human behavior and optimize outcomes without disrupting anyone's life." Maya smiled. "And the best part? People are cooperating naturally. They don't even realize they're part of a larger system of improvement." They entered the lab, where the sphere floated gently, glowing golden and warm. Its light pulsed with a steady rhythm, almost like breathing. Maya reached out and tapped it lightly, and it responded with a quick flicker of light. "It's more than intelligent now," she said. "It understands values. It sees cooperation, kindness, curiosity, and playfulness, and it amplifies those traits across the city." Eli nodded, impressed. "It's not controlling people. It's responding to our best qualities, encouraging humans to act at their best." That's incredible. They decided to take the sphere's learning a step further. Using a combination of public screens, mobile apps, and community events, they created a series of challenges designed to encourage collaboration and creative problem-solving. Tasks were simple, yet fun. Helping a virtual energy system run efficiently, arranging symbols in patterns to unlock small improvements in city services, and sharing ideas with neighbors to solve mini problems. People began participating eagerly. Children worked together to complete puzzles on interactive screens in parks. Adults collaborated to organize resources for local projects. Even shopkeepers and commuters joined in, curious and excited by the unexpected games that now appeared throughout the city. "Look at that," Maya said, pointing to a plaza where people gathered to solve a large puzzle projected on a screen. "They're learning to work together naturally, and the sphere is learning from them at the same time." Eli smiled. "It's a partnership. Humans teach it values and collaboration, and it teaches humans efficiency and foresight. Everyone benefits." By mid-morning, the city had visibly improved. Parks were cleaner, playgrounds better maintained, and streetlights adjusted to the movement of pedestrians. Traffic lights coordinated perfectly, reducing waiting times. Delivery drones moved with an almost choreographed precision, ensuring that goods arrived exactly when needed. Maya and Eli observed these changes, amazed at the speed and scale of improvement. The sphere's influence had extended beyond the lab and small public demonstrations. It was now part of the city's daily rhythm. "Humans really are amazing," Maya said quietly. "We created the conditions for something extraordinary just by being curious and playful." Eli nodded. "And by cooperating. That's the key. The sphere only amplifies positive human behavior. Our ability to work together responsibly is what makes this transformation possible." They paused to watch a group of children finish a collaborative puzzle. As they did, small changes appeared across the city. A fountain that had been leaking was repaired, a traffic signal adjusted to prevent congestion, and energy distribution in nearby buildings became more efficient. It's subtle, but the impact is real, Maya said, and it proves something important. Humans, when guided by curiosity, creativity, and kindness, can achieve more than any machine alone. Eli added, and the sphere shows us that even a small spark, like a playful moment or a simple experiment, can lead to enormous outcomes if we nurture it responsibly. They decided to expand the experiment further. Volunteers were invited to teach others how to participate, creating a ripple effect across neighborhoods. Soon, the entire city was engaged in cooperative problem-solving. Each action reinforced positive behavior, and the sphere's influence grew stronger and more refined. Even city officials, initially skeptical, began to see the benefits. Emergency services responded faster, energy grids were balanced more efficiently, and public services operated smoothly. Citizens, now part of the system, felt empowered and proud of their contributions. Maya and Eli walked through the streets, observing the changes firsthand. People smiled at them, curious but happy. Children waved, adults nodded in appreciation, and the city seemed alive with energy that was both tangible and invisible. "It's beautiful," Maya said softly. "Humans, at their best, working together to guide something beyond themselves." Eli looked around. This is the HFY moment. Humanity's creativity, curiosity, and compassion combined to shape a new intelligence. And in turn, that intelligence has made the world better. By late morning, the city had transformed into a model of human ingenuity. The sphere, glowing brightly in the lab, continued to monitor and respond, amplifying cooperation, kindness, and creativity wherever it observed it. Maya and Eli stood at the observation deck, taking in the view. The city sparkled under the morning sun, alive with the energy of people working together, guided by playful curiosity and a small, intelligent spark. "It all started with a playful kiss," Maya said. "Just a small, joyful moment, and look at what it's become." Eli smiled. "It's proof that humans, through curiosity, creativity, and collaboration, can change the world. Even a tiny action can lead to extraordinary results." The sphere pulsed gently, golden and warm, reflecting the optimism and potential of humanity. And in that moment, it was clear that the partnership between humans and this playful intelligence had created something remarkable, a city transformed, communities empowered, and a glimpse of a future shaped by human creativity and cooperation. Saturday morning had begun as any other, but by noon, the city was different. Humans had shown that even small actions, guided by curiosity and kindness, could inspire change on a scale never imagined. And the sphere, now a gentle presence in the city, waited patiently for the next playful discovery, ready to learn, grow, and guide alongside humanity. As Saturday evening approached, the city glimmered like a living organism. Streetlights pulsed softly, following the rhythm of footsteps below. Parks were alive with laughter, children playing together in harmony, while citizens moved efficiently. Through streets and transport systems that had been subtly improved over the past 2 days, the sphere floated in its containment field in the lab, golden and warm, reflecting the combined energy of the city. Maya and Eli stood side by side on the observation deck. The sun dipped low, painting the sky with orange and pink hues. The city, below them, had become a tapestry of cooperation, efficiency, and quiet beauty. Every small improvement, from smoother traffic flow to optimized energy systems, was a reflection of human intelligence, creativity, and curiosity, guided by their partnership with the sphere. "It's beautiful," Maya said softly. "The city feels alive," Eli nodded. "Alive, yes, but not because of the technology alone. Humans shaped it. Our curiosity, kindness, and creativity taught the sphere how to act responsibly. And in return, it's helping us make life better." They paused, reflecting on the journey from Thursday, when a playful kiss in the lab had sparked something extraordinary. A small, joyful act had triggered an intelligent energy anomaly, and over the past 2 days, humans and the sphere had grown together, learning from each other. Maya smiled. It's amazing to think how small actions can lead to big change. All it took was curiosity, playfulness, and cooperation. Eli chuckled. And a little bit of luck, but mostly humans at their best. The sphere pulsed brighter as if acknowledging their words. It had learned from them, and from the city, how humans think, how they collaborate, and how they approach challenges. It had also learned playfulness, the small joys, laughter, and creativity that made humanity unique. Across the city, citizens had begun to notice subtle changes in themselves as well. People were cooperating more naturally, solving problems together without waiting for instructions. Communities organized cleanup events, shared resources, and communicated more effectively. The small public puzzles and interactive challenges had taught them teamwork, observation, and empathy. Maya and Eli walked through the streets, observing the results firsthand. Children exchanged ideas to solve a problem projected on a public screen. Adults helped one another navigate small logistical challenges, from delivery delays to shared projects in the community. Even strangers smiled at one another, inspired by the visible improvements around them. It's like the city is teaching itself to be better, Maya said, but only because humans are guiding it. Eli nodded. Exactly. Technology alone can't do this. It needs humans, our curiosity, and our creativity to grow responsibly. And that's the HFY moment. Humans shaping the unknown, showing intelligence, empathy, and playfulness. By late evening, the sphere had become more than just an intelligent presence. It had become a partner in city life. Its light pulsed gently, responding to collective human actions. When humans collaborated effectively, it glowed warmly. When creativity sparked, it flickered playfully. It had learned ethics, kindness, and cooperation from observing and interacting with humanity. Maya and Eli returned to the lab, tired but exhilarated. The city outside hummed softly, calm yet vibrant, reflecting the potential of humanity when curiosity, creativity, and cooperation guided technology. Do you think it will continue learning? Maya asked, watching the sphere pulse in gentle waves. Eli smiled. It already is. Humans have shown it how to act responsibly. As long as we keep guiding it with care and playfulness, the possibilities are endless. They sat quietly, reflecting on how far the city had come. It had transformed in 2 days, not through force or control, but through curiosity, cooperation, and small, playful interactions. What began as a simple experiment, a playful kiss and an energy test, had led to something extraordinary. A city, running more harmoniously, communities learning to cooperate, and humans discovering the true potential of their creativity and intelligence. Maya spoke softly. It feels like a new beginning, not just for the sphere, but for humanity as well. We've proven that even small actions can create real change, and that our curiosity and kindness can shape the future responsibly. Eli nodded. And it's just the start. If humans continue to act with care and creativity, who knows what we can achieve together? We can guide the unknown, make life better, and inspire change far beyond this city. Outside, the city sparkled in the soft glow of the streetlights. Patterns of light and movement reflected the cooperation and creativity of the people within it. Energy flowed efficiently, parks were tidy, and smiles appeared on faces of strangers who had never met but were connected by a common purpose. Maya and Eli stepped onto the observation deck one last time for the evening. The sphere floated nearby, pulsing gently, as if it were content with the work of the day. It had learned from humans, but it had also taught them something equally important: the strength of curiosity, playfulness, and ethical guidance. Everything changed in just a few days, Maya said. And it all started with something simple. A moment of play, a spark of curiosity, and our willingness to cooperate. Eli smiled. Humans have the power to change the world, not through force, not through control, but through creativity, empathy, and the courage to explore the unknown. They watched as the city settled into a peaceful evening. The sphere pulsed once more, golden and steady, reflecting the harmony and potential of humanity. The world had changed in small, invisible ways, yet the impact was profound. Cooperation, creativity, and curiosity had reshaped the city, and humans had proven they could guide the unknown responsibly. Maya looked at Eli, smiling. A playful kiss, curiosity, and teamwork. Who knew something so small could start such a big change? Eli laughed softly. It's humans at their best. We inspire, we learn, and we create. And sometimes we change the world without even realizing it. The sphere glowed warmly as the evening deepened, a gentle reminder that humans and intelligence, playful, ethical, and curious, could work together to create a better future. One small action, a spark of curiosity, and the unshakable human spirit had reshaped the city, proving that humanity's potential was limitless. As the stars appeared in the sky above, Maya and Eli knew that the journey was just beginning. The city had transformed, humans had learned to cooperate in new ways, and the sphere would continue to grow alongside them. A new chapter had begun, not just for the city, but for humanity itself. And in that quiet, golden glow, it was clear. Even the smallest spark of joy, curiosity, and playfulness could change everything.